Hello everyone. Today we're gonna learn and discuss what research problem, study purpose, question, and hypothesis are. The development of a research idea is a process of narrowing your topic at its broadcast level to a specific set of questions. It develops from research topic, research problem, research purpose, research question to hypothesis. Next, we're gonna learn them one by one. Here we go. First, research problem. What is it? It's a statement of a disparity between what is known and what needs to be known. And there are 6 strategies to identify quantitative research problem. First, find a topic. You can find it from personal experience, related literature or thesis in the discipline you are studying, or reported or reproduction of past research studies. Next, identify the goal of your project or your study. What is that you want to discover? Only once you know where you are going, it will be then easy to consider the means. This step requires some preparation involving walking through the following questions. What is the area of your study? Why this area? Next, identify the object of research. The relationship between the area of your study and the goal. What is that you can explore in order to link the study area and the purpose? Next, identify deficiencies in the evidence. What do we still need to know? What else do we need to know to improve practicing? And the last one, identify the audience. Who will profit from reading your studies? Next, let's go deeper into research purpose. Research purpose is a statement of the intent or objective of your study. Your research purpose statement should typically include first of all the key variables you will focus on. If you are doing quantitative study and have multiple variables, your purpose statement will also likely clarify or should clarify the relationship between those variables. And you will also need to include a description of the subjects or the participant that you plan to focus on in your study. A few things to think about when you are articulating your purpose statement. First, make sure it's researchable. So they seemed obvious, but actually there are many things about cannot be examined using scientific inquiry. You also want to make sure the topic has significance to the field, to your workplace, to sort of other students, your colleague is essential. And realistically, you also want to ensure that the research will not raise any political issues for you. And also you have the resources available and the time available to actually do it. Next, let's move to research question. Research question is an actual question related to your topic that needs to be answered. It's something aspect of the topic that you are interested in and want to find out more about it. And how to develop a research question? The first thing you should do is to brainstorm. You can identify a broad field or range of topics. Try to identify what is interesting to you, what fascinates you. You really think about this, it may be something that you will be focusing on for a while, and therefore you want to pick a topic that you are enjoy. You can review literature in your field. You can go to internet, look in newspaper or read books. Step 2 would be decide this broad field that you have selected. Break down your topic into sub-area. Again, you should select what is interesting to you. Now that we have identified a topic, we can develop your research problem by looking at the 4 Ps. This will help you raise questions. The first pieces cancer people who does it effort. This would be the study population. The second P stands for problem. What is the issue? When considering substantially, the third P stands for program. You can evaluate the effectiveness of a program. The fourth key stands for phenomenon. We could look at the existence of a regulatory. Now that we have isolated factors and issues and had done some background reading such as literature review, we have now ready to restate the research problem as a research question. This is step 4, formulate a question. In order to become a researchable question, it needs to be more specific. You can break down the key terms and the concept of the question. Identify the variables also needs to be done. In addition, there are some qualities of a good research question. A good research question should be interesting. It should not be too narrow or too broad. If you can answer your question with a few facts, you are not researching, you are just searching. In addition, it should be useful for the researcher and the readers. Another thing about research question, it need to be focused and clear. Try to make it as simple as possible. Don't try to include everything, just include the important things. Your question also needs to be specific. Make your question a bit more precise will give you more direction of your research. Next, what is research hypothesis? Research hypothesis is a prediction or best guess of the relation that exists among the variables being investigated. To get started, let's talk about the 5 primary characteristics of a well-stated researchable hypothesis. The first characteristic of this hypothesis is that it states the expected relation between the variables. So what types of relation you expect as well as the variables are clearly stated. It's something that is testable. It's stated as simple and as concisely as possible, and we will learn that it's something a little bit difficult, but you need to keep on working with it and editing it until it's simple and concise. It's derived from up with a problem statement and supported by the literature. So just like a research question, it comes straight from that problem statement, straight from that purpose statement, straight from the literature. Number of 5 is that it aligns with the primary research question. So there is alignment between the research question and the hypothesis. They are almost extracted exactly the same. Let's see steps to develop a research hypothesis. First, write down the question that you are trying to answer. Focus on key terms. This will point you in the direction of where to go to gather more evidence. Next, gather the evidence or the data that you have. Now look at each piece of evidence and consider what it tells you about each of those key terms. Write down as many observations about each piece of evidence as you can. To form your hypothesis, restate the question. It should be followed by a statement of a factor drawn down from your data. Next, you need to support your hypothesis with the evidence you have gathered. To have a well-supported hypothesis, you will need to have several pieces of evidence based on your observation of the data. Next, it's my application of all of the important key terms. In this part, I want to explore the collaborative learning group. So my research problem is to consider about students' English proficiencies in collaborative learning groups. And the research purpose. The purpose of this study is to test whether the use of computer-assisted language learning in different collaborative learning groups can enhance students' English learning proficiencies in terms of listening, reading, speaking, and writing. And my research question is, what is the difference between students' learning performance enhancement and the use of core in different collaborative learning groups? And my hypothesis is there is no difference between in the students' learning performance enhancement of traditional collaborative learning using core and innovative collaborative learning using core. Okay, that's all. Thank you.